We have a very serious development occurring across the nation, and that's air travel is not just being disrupted, but we're now seeing the very tangible impacts of what happens when these disruptions occur, as two passenger jets have now nearly collided at the Los Angeles International Airport. This is a very serious situation, and ground stops are currently occurring across the nation at major airports from Chicago to Newark to JFK for periods of time. Now we're learning, according to CBS News, that evasive actions were had to taken by two passenger jets that took off from the Los Angeles International Airport in the past 24 hours. These passenger jets had dozens of people on them, and it shows that one passenger jet immediately took a hard left turn, which is not something that one would normally see, basically a complete left away from an oncoming jet. According to CBS News, an air traffic controller actually noticed the jet's maneuver, ordering it to correct its flight path, while a colleague directed the American flight away from the danger. Quote, American 4, yeah, sorry about that. Traffic off the north side just turned to the south on their own right in front of you guys. There were about 90 passengers, seven crew members on the aircraft, one of them. In a statement made by the airline, it said, and this is American Airlines, shortly after departure, air traffic controller directed the crew to take a different route due to the actions of an aircraft belonging to another airline. It then landed safely, thankfully, at the John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York. Meanwhile, the other airline said it was ITA that it is, quote, completing the assessments required by applicable regulations and internal procedures. It is confirmed that the flight operated regularly, landing ahead of schedule at the Rome airport. So, two airlines, passenger jets nearly collide, and it comes as we enter day 39 of a government shutdown. Right now, air traffic in the United States of America is really in chaos. As of this post, over 1,000 flights have been canceled across America. More than 4,200 have been delayed, according to FlightAware.com. The airport that is being impacted the most is the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, had over 130 canceled flights, over 360 delayed flights. Newark International Airport also had about 100 cancellations and over 300 delays. In the past 8 hours, we've seen ground stops issued by the FAA at Nashville International Airport, at Newark International Airport, at JFK, at Chicago, and likely soon elsewhere. And we're seeing hours long delays at Newark Liberty International Airport and JFK due to short staffing. Now, here's where things stand as we're in day 39 of a government shutdown. The FAA instituted flight cancellations to 4% reduction by this weekend. It'll then ramp up to 6% reductions by November 11th in just 3 days, 8% by November 13th, then 10% by November 14th. And then afterwards, it could go up to potentially 20% or even greater. But we're really in a situation now where airlines across the country are being negatively impacted and passengers are being negatively impacted by this ongoing government shutdown. And there are real and tangible things happening, whether it's cancellations or delays, ground stops, and now nearly two passenger jets colliding with one another, because we're in a situation where air traffic is essentially chaos. It's chaos, complete chaos. I don't know what the future holds for air traffic in the United States of America. I don't, because we're in a situation now where air traffic could soon come to a halt if the government shutdown continues. We're day 39 right now on Capitol Hill. Republicans and Democrats, they don't seem to want to get together and fix anything. We have no movement. Democrats proposed under Chuck Schumer a deal late last night, a 1 year extension of the Affordable Care Act subsidies that they've been fighting for. Republicans shot it down. That would have just extended ACA subsidies for a year, making sure that in 2026, healthcare premiums in the United States of America were reduced. Republicans shot it down. The House of Representatives will be out of session again between the days of November 10th and November 16th. So next week we'll be out of session. That'll mark almost 2 months out of session for the House of Representatives, and there's no sign that they're going to come back before Thanksgiving. And if this government shutdown continues, we will have more flight delays. We will have more flight cancellations, and we may have more close calls on the tarmac because less staff means less awareness. Less staff means people are being overworked and they're not being paid right now. Air traffic controllers have not received a penny in pay in nearly 6 weeks. Many of these people rely on their paycheck week to week to afford to live, to pay for groceries, to pay for rent, their mortgages, school, more student loans. Here's the thing, during government shutdown, they still have to pay their student loan debt. They still have to pay their mortgages. They still have to pay their rent. None of that stops. Just because we're in a government shutdown and they're not getting paid doesn't mean they get to just not pay the things that they need to pay, their bills. Meanwhile, a number of other people are getting paid. People like ICE. ICE is getting paid. CBP, Customs and Border Patrol, they're getting paid. TSA is getting paid. But air traffic controllers are not being paid, are not being paid. And it's creating a very dangerous situation. We are seeing the tangible impacts of what this government shutdown could really do. And honestly, I sit here from a neutral perspective in the sense that it is time, long past time, for those in Congress to come together and find a pathway forward. Because the American people, they're suffering. And it's not just air travel. If you look at food assistance and SNAP, partial payments went out, but full payments won't. Not yet, at least, according to the Supreme Court. And that's not all. During this government shutdown, key things like maintaining our nuclear weapons arsenal is being impacted. Over 1,000 nuclear weapons associates, those that work for the agency that oversees ensuring that our nuclear arsenal is safe and protected and modernized, were furloughed. Government shutdown impacts all parts of American life, and it'll make our lives more expensive. It'll make it harder. And ultimately, and not just our lives, it'll impact everything. The global order will be impacted the longer this government shutdown goes. Mark my words. And right now, there's a reason why Congress has a low approval rating. And there's a reason why Congress has had such a low approval rating for as long as I can remember. Because it doesn't matter whether the left or the right win in Congress. We have continuing resolution after continuing resolution. We're in this government shutdown predicament every year with no resolution in sight. No one wants to do their damn job, get back to work, and find a long term solution to fund the government, protect people's insurance, protect people's food assistance, and protect people just generally. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll have more news for you soon, so stay tuned for more.